It's week 2 of the NFL, and it's brought
the final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 7 catches, 85 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Right back to Njoku. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And Njoku is coming off an impressive season where he set new career highs in catches, yards, and touchdowns. He's a dynamic weapon for this offense.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. On the ground, it's Ford. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Back to throw, Watson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here come the Jaguars to take over for the first time behind Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback in season number 4.
Last year was a bit of a mixed bag for Lawrence as he started off looking like a budding superstar, but then he suffered an ankle injury and was a shell of himself the rest of the way. His team needs him to stay healthy if they plan on maximizing their full potential. And if that ends up being the case, they'll have a good shot to win a lot of games here in 2024.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a yard. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
This one out quickly to Watkins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You look at this Browns defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Patterson's kick is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they turn to forward. Fights through him. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They run with Ford. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll try the air now with Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Room here to run. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. That one complete till again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Watson now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
At the 34-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 13 carries, 51 yards and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 9. Watkins in motion left. Lawrence will throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Martin Emerson. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Watson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Watson. Got a man. That's Leggett. Finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. This is Ford. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a give right side. It's Ford, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Lawrence. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
A quick throw there is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. 4. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Ford, and he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Watson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's now third down and less than a yard.
Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That's to one of the new Charger wideouts, DJ Chark. Here now, 2nd and 4. From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's a throw again as Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now Lawrence to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 31-yard line.
Now Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Patterson's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. Aaron Rodgers, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Tua Tagovailoa, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Justin Fields, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That's good for the Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne,
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
and the Jaguars have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game from the 34-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple.
To throw is Watson.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession.
And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Here's Watson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
The Jaguars offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Lawrence will throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They will start this drive with Ford. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And wrangled down quickly just past the 40 at the 41.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Cleveland.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 66 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Now Watson.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Off of play action, it's Watson.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
On 3rd down, Ford. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are back within a score. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings it 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
A shotgun snap. And
no, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
so possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
They go play action with Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
That's good for another Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Lawrence.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Touchdown! Brenton Strange from 3 yards out.
And the Jags will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Back to throw, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
And the Jags are going to take over here up near the 40.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he's got this down to the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
In motion left is Watkins.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This a 33-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least into overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the Browns' 30-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A give to ETN running right. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down by 16. A minute 35 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He may go. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They run the option left with Lawrence. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Jaguars are on their way to a 2-0 start. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Jags, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills.